You don't have to do everything today. Just do one thing well. Life is long. You're gonna make it. You always have time to do the important things. That's life. You experience all those things and you're still alive. It doesn't kill you. It just makes you a lot more stronger. Are you an overthinker? Then if you are, I think you have to watch this. Let's start with the number one most obvious thing that we need to know when we overthink. Number one, the story isn't real. Why? Because the story has not happened yet. None of it. That fear, the insecurity, and imaginary story that you keep running in your head over and over again, the thing that you're obsessing about day and night, it has not happened yet. It's all in your head. Every time you find yourself in that kind of story, drag yourself to the present moment, which is now. Because right now, that thing hasn't happened yet. So number one, that story isn't real. Don't forget that. Second thing that you have to remember is that you don't know. You don't know shit. You don't know jack shit. Accept it. You're going crazy, jumping to one conclusion to the next about shit that isn't even there. Sometimes it's okay to just accept and tell yourself, I don't know. The more you don't know, the more you shouldn't worry about what's currently happening. That's why you need to always think this way. You don't know. And with you not knowing things is a lot better than you imagining something that isn't even there. Next thing, remove the thought of what if. You always put in that thought of what if this, what if that. Overthinking is a very, 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 very long chain of what ifs. And connected to what ifs is regrets. What if that happens? What if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if? Stop complicating it. Take a deep breath and you're gonna be fine. You're always gonna be fine. Think of the last time you worried about those questions that I asked, like what if that happens? What if it doesn't work? What if I don't do this? What if I fail? And most of the time, majority of the time, it actually didn't happen to you. You'll be fine. Next important thing you have to think about when you're overthinking is to zoom out, because most of the time we're zoomed in to the smaller picture. In the bigger scheme of things, what you're obsessing about, it doesn't even truly matter at all. You try, you fail. You try again and you fail, but you learn and you get back up. And that's why you're able to watch this or listen to this, because that's life. You experience all those things and you're still alive. It doesn't kill you. It just makes you a lot more stronger. That's life. You have to live it as it is. Zoom out of the picture, don't zoom in. Look at the macro of it, not the micro of it. It's more important to see always the bigger picture of things. So that's the fourth one. Next one that we have to think and know when we're overthinking is this. You know the word Zen? Zen is a feeling of being quiet, being peaceful. Your thoughts, if they're not leaving you, sit in a quiet place and take 10 long, deep breaths. Inhale for 10 seconds, hold that breath, and then exhale, and then inhale again, and do that for about 10 times. That's gonna take about probably less than 2 minutes, and the rest will be history. Or that overthinking, that anxiety that you're feeling at a 10 out of 10, probably reduce it to like 8, probably 7 after zenning it out or zen it out. So that's the fifth one. Moving on to the next when we're overthinking is that do one thing well. What you want to do is you want to make a to-do list, write down 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 things that you need to do, but prioritize the first 2 things. Do them one by one, because you don't have to do everything today. Just do one thing well. Life is long. You're gonna make it. You always have time to do the important things. I mean, I know that time, it's fleeting and it happens to us really fast, but focus on one thing and one thing alone. And it's a great stoic mindset that we should all have, to just think about the present moment. Do one thing one at a time and do it well. Moving on to the next, which is, if you're overthinking, is to catch any triggers, anything that triggers you. Overthinking is a chain reaction of things. Thinking of one thing leading to another, and then another and another. It's like a domino that falls. While it's really fun to watch a domino fall, it's not fun watching your thoughts fall consecutively. But there is always that one thought which triggers it all. Find it and fix it. I don't know what triggers you. I know what triggers me, so I am aware of it. Find whatever triggers you and make sure that you're not caught off guard with it. So that's number 7. Catch any triggers that you may have. Let's move on to the 8th one, which is to talk, share, or write. Sometimes sharing what you're feeling with your friends, your families, or even your social media friends can actually calm you down. I've seen a lot of my friends who have the thinking of anxiety and overthinking write down a lot of their thoughts on social media, and it helps calm them down. Bottled feelings, or you put them inside of you, isn't really good for you. Spurt it out. Put it out there. Tell a friend, a family member, or your friends on social media about it. If you're a person who listens to this kind of person, to just listen to them. You don't need to give them advice. Don't tell them it's gonna be okay or that. Just tell them that you're there for them, and that's all you need to do. Talk, share, or write about it. Moving on to the last 2, which is number 9, enjoy the ride. Life is full of ups and downs. Obsessing about every little thing won't fix it. When it's all sunshine and everything good, have fun. When it's dark and stormy and very difficult for you, let it pass. It's not gonna be nighttime all the time, unless you're living in Antarctica or something, or North Pole, right? Life has changed. Keep moving and you're gonna be okay. You move on from one feeling to the next, but our default stage, like one of the videos I talked about, is that happiness is our default stage. And we change from that emotion to another from time to time, and that's okay. But happiness will always be our default stage. And now, moving on to the last one, to completely heal yourself from overthinking thoughts, fix your old toxic patterns and achieve what you choose to focus on. Like, ask yourself this: what is your number one priority? What's your main thing? Like, what's really important for you? Because when you think about what's really important for you, the thing that you're overthinking right now isn't even your priority. It's not probably even in your top 5 of things that you are really worried about. So think about your priorities first and find out the old toxic patterns that you have, and just choose to focus on the one thing that you prioritize and the thing that is really important for you. So that's it. Those are the top 10 things that we need to think about when we overthink. Let's move on to the question of the day. What is that one thing that constantly worries you, or the thing that you think about the most? Because most likely those are the things that we overthink. And why do you think about that often? Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you again in the next episode. Peace.